Hi, this is Connie Whitlock, and I'm out here in the brisk December air out in Kansas City area. That's why I have my little handy-dandy hat on. I'd really like to talk about song selections for church services, which is something that I've done for many years. Some people wonder why it takes me a few minutes to pick out songs for a Sunday. I do pray over my songs and pray about it, but you get a general idea of the need of your audience and of your particular congregation. It's really not that complicated. So I'm going to kind of tell you some of the secrets that I use. One of the things, especially when you're using amateur musicians while they're being trained or if they're not being trained, using music that isn't overcomplicated. I usually do that. If it's savvy, then you can throw in more savvy music, send them an MP3, they'll learn it. That's ideal, especially if you have a church that is has a nice sound system and whatnot. But usually what I do is I'll pick with the help of the team. I don't just do this myself. I think that as a worship leader, we're team leaders. We are not team dictators. It's not what we like. It's a group thing. So I go through what they like. I have them, give me 10 or 20 songs they really like, and I determine, how easy they are. Depending on my players and the congregation. I mean, there are some congregations that can't handle some syncopation. So you really need to keep your audience in mind. It's just like writing an essay. You just have to keep your audience in mind. Asking the pastor what's on his heart for that week. Those things are just not separated. It's a whole service, and you want to bring everything home that God is intending and doing. Whether you agree with the pastor or not, we're serving. So that basically I pick about 40 core songs that we learn well. And if it's a new group, I'll go to 5, and then I'll add another week, and we just shift them around until we have a good 40 songs. Having said that, some of them are related closely. There are some songs that with the same 3 chords you can play. So there's probably a good 10, 20, 30 songs out there that with 3 chords, 1, 4, 5, you can just change the key and you got it. So I tend to pick out 10 or 15 really universal songs that everybody plays. Here I Am to Worship is one of them. There's tons out there. Shout to the Lord, Blessed Be the Name. There's just some that are very simple. What I do is I don't have the seasonal music within that 40. And any new music we add, we have to take one out. And so that's kind of what I do. 40 songs is a lot of songs. Then you have your Christmas file, and then you have your Easter file. I even have a patriotic file, a Father's Day file, where we'll learn these songs throughout the year. This way you're not overwhelming your audience, and then you can tell your congregation and your team, look, we have a core 40. If we get rid of one, we invite one in, we have to get rid of another. And so, and really weighing that with the congregation. I have tons of people from the congregation. Can we sing this? Can we sing that? And I tell you, they're from all genres around the world. So I do try to accommodate how people worship, try to get that. I'll kind of cut the ends off, and then the most popular kind of in the middle, and every once in a while I'll kind of bounce around. In a contemporary worship service, you can do hymns in a contemporary style, so I'll do that. And I've done traditional services where I will bring in a contemporary song done a little bit more traditionally, so you can kind of merge and invite different kinds of music in the congregation. In a more traditional type churches, denominational type churches, you can kind of go through the back door through a communion song when they do the offering, or the last song to lead them out. So these are just some tips. If you have any questions, just ask on YouTube, and I will be glad to answer your questions. So This is Connie Whitlock with King Cat Music, your hot tip.